The last time I worked on my traveler's notebook for my Bible journal was with the Book of Lamentations, and these past couple of weeks I've been in the book of Ezekiel, so I want to catch up with my notes in the notebook. So I already have the template made here. I just copied this traveler's notebook page size and renamed it to another file so that I have the book of Ezekiel opened there. Okay, so I'm going to start with text by adding the name of the book itself. And again, you can use these templates for anything, any type of bullet journaling that you like. It doesn't have to be for Bible journaling. And here I'm going to change this to system instead of all. That way I can see what free fonts I already have on my computer. Oh, I like that one a lot. Okay, so sometimes when you choose a font, you'll notice that the letters kind of space a little strange. So you can easily edit those by going to the Advanced tab right here and click Ungroup Letters. So now all of these letters are individual, and I could move them around how I prefer to have their spacing. What's nice about this is I can group them closer together, and that will allow me to enlarge the font as well. So after you've kind of moved your letters around to the spacing that you like, you can go ahead and highlight all of them again and click Align and Align Bottom. That makes all of your letters aligned back to where they're all nice and even all together. So then I'll put my page back on here, and now I see I have more room, so I'm going to go ahead and group these back together. So we will just go over here and click Group. And now we can make it larger. I like that a lot. Okay, so now I'm going to add my shapes. I'm going to add 4 hexagons today. So I'll start with this one. And I want these to be about 2.5 inches in width. So I'll put one here, and then I'll go over here and hit the duplicate button, and I end up with another the exact same size. Now I see those are going to be a little bit too big for what I'm trying to do. So delete that. Let's try this again. Let's go with 2.2. Yeah, it's more like it. So again, over here on the right, I'm going to click Duplicate. And I want another one, so I will duplicate. And I want one more, but this one I want to be larger, so I'm going to place it there and then scale it up. There we go. Okay, so my template is all ready for today. I think I'm going to do watercolor inside of these and colored pencil again for my title. All right, so let's cut this out on the Cricut, but before we do that, we're going to select everything and we're going to click Attach. Now this puts everything on the same level, so that it only cuts out one thing when we click Make It. So now I'll put my white cardstock into my Cricut and we are ready to go. this file also as a public file, and I'll link the URL for you if you decide you want to use this for your Bible journal, or if you want to use it for bullet journaling by using the hexagons. Somehow I totally missed recording this, I'm sorry. But what I did was I cut out the template, and then I just used my Staedtler Tri-Plus fine liner in green, and I just traced out the template and the letters, and so now I have everything ready to go. So I think I'm going to try that rainbow effect with the new Tim Holtz Distress Oxides. Not quite sure how I want to implement that on this page, and since it's a new product for me, we'll see if it covers over this green or if the green will still be transparent through the Distress Oxides. So for today's bullet journal, I finished cutting out this template from my Cricut, and I used it here along with layering it with the new Distress Oxides. So when I adhered them, I used this distress tool, and I just have a little bit of this red tape adhesive. This red liner here in Ecuador is super cheap and can be found at all the hardware stores. So instead of using Velcro, that's what I've used here, and it still works very well to just take it on and off. And that way I can minimize how many holders of these I have. I have 2 of these. I used to have the larger rectangular ones for every color, but I had a much larger space back then. So since I'm in a smaller space now, I consolidated by keeping my colors on the backs of these. So then I used these pens. So I've had these for a long time, and none of them have run out of ink yet. I think I've had these for about 2 years so far. So I used those to do all the outlines, and for coloring it in, I used my Jane Davenport colored pencils. They're called Magic Wand Pencils by Jane Davenport. I got these at Michael's. And I'll link all these products below as well if you're looking for them. So I decided to go with a uniform theme. This will be the last one that you'll see in this notebook, probably until the end of September. I'll do a flip through at the end of September of the entire book of Ezekiel. So far I've gone through chapters 1 through 10. So, but I won't be finished with it till the middle of September. But the layout that I plan to use is going to be consistent, so I don't have to rethink and reinvent the wheel every week, since my main purpose is to focus on the content and not necessarily a new layout every week. So I'm going to save these templates, and what I did on this page, for example, is I used the cutouts that were from the centers of these, and all I did was trace them, and that gave me my pattern for the next page. So I can continue that with the rest of this particular book. I also have a stencil that I had cut out a while ago, also on my Cricut. I'll link that video here above as well. I might use this as a mist. for a time when I just want to journal all on the page instead of being confined to the hexagon shapes themselves. So, but it would stay consistent with the theme by having the actual hexagons. I did, since this is Distress Oxides, I did spray a little bit of water onto it. I don't know if you can really see it that well. There's a little bit in the corner right here, and then there's a little bit down here. And then I just used a date stamp, and I stamped the date that I did that research, and then the days when I was doing those chapters as well. So I'm really enjoying this format. It's been a nice way to actually document what I've been reading. I've always had some type of handwritten journal, but I really like this way because it's very colorful and keeps me engaged, and also at the same time tracks what I have read. So I really like that. So this actually stays inside of my Olive Traveler's Notebook. It does come with me so that as I'm doing my research on my notes, I can continue to add more to it, even if I'm on the go. So I just go down the middle here, and it fits right there, and everything is ready to go. For my journaling, I just used this pen that I've had for a long time. I want to say it's a Pilot. Yes, this is one of those Pilot, I think they used to be called Dr. Grip pens. I've had it forever, and it just works great. So that was it for today. Thanks so much for watching. All these stencils, so I can take them with me on the go. I'm going to use one of these clips and clip it inside that journal as well, so I have everything in one place. Well, thanks again for watching. Again, this particular template is available for free. I'll put the link below so you can download it if you want to use it in bullet journaling for just the hexagons, and you can change the theme up however you want to. Or if you want to follow along and do a Bible journal too, you can go ahead and use this exact template. Thanks for watching. See you next time.